What's going on, everyone? It is Snowdrift here again with another video for you. Yesterday we went to the drag strip and things went not so great, honestly. But we learned a lot, and that is the key thing, is how much we learned. But unfortunately, the RSX suffered a good amount because of it. So today we're going to be working on a few things and hopefully getting 3 main things fixed. One of them not so important, other one slightly important, and the third thing extremely. So the not so important thing that I want to get fixed is I burned out a headlight. On top of everything else that I did yesterday, I burned out a headlight. So I'm going to get that fixed. And the funny thing is that this car has always been just real good, and I use the word good very loosely there. It's been very good at blowing headlights almost simultaneously. I replaced the low beam headlight in the driver's side yesterday, literally right before we went drag racing. So I'm gonna have to replace the passenger side, and that'll be good. That'll all be fine. The next thing that we have to do, and I'm pretty sure I showed you guys this yesterday, but I'm not 100% sure, is if I can even see it. That bracket right there, this is not supposed to move. So that piece of metal right there, that bolt is bolted to, it is supposed to have, it's supposed to be bolted to the side of the transmission. So I'm gonna take that off, and I'm gonna go over to Shane's, and we're gonna use his welder, and we're gonna weld it. I'm pretty sure it's made of steel, because I think it actually had a little bit of rust on it, and that's why it broke. So I'm pretty sure it's steel. If it's aluminum, we're either gonna fab up a new bracket, or I'm just gonna buy a new one. So the only other thing that we have to do is, if you can see this, see if I can zoom in there, you can probably tell that the boot, or the rubber part of this mount, is split right there. See, this is actually a ridge, and this is supposed to be up a little higher, and you can definitely see, like, right here where it's split and cracked open. And the crazy thing about that is I had just replaced that thing not too long ago, so I'm going to try and get it warranted, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to, which is great. And that headlight's not too old either, so I'm going to see if I can get that warranted. So a lot of the stuff we're doing is just hopefully just going to be warranted out, and which I'm pretty sure it will be. The only other thing that I needed to tell you guys, what was it? Oh yeah, the motor mount, that one, and all of them really. I'm going to be replacing that one with like a factory one, a factory style one anyway. But I'm actually going to be replacing all the motor mounts with something a little bit stronger. I'm not sure what brand I'm going to be using just yet, but I've got a couple of ideas of who I'm going to pick, and I'm going to buy some new mounts for the entire car. Probably going to be replacing a whole lot of bushings, probably getting some better suspension components. That's the whole goal here. But I've got to play my cards right, because I can't just dump money into this thing like I wish I could. But slowly but surely, we're going to get this thing more and more reliable and more able to be drag raced and possibly even tracked, like doing some track racing. It's the racing where you go out into a big parking lot and you go around a bunch of cones and stuff. So they hold events like that down in Huntsville all the time. Alex has been to a few of them. So I don't think my car is exactly ready to handle that. I mean, some people may argue that it would be fine. It's pretty low to the ground already. So it's, I mean, it could probably do it, but I want it to be a little bit more able. Real quick, check this out. This is pretty cool. Look at all the rubber. See all that rubber right there? That's pretty sweet, right? And there's a whole bunch of it right there. That's all from the track yesterday. I mean, good on Acura for putting on these little tiny mud flaps. I mean, they didn't save the whole car from getting rubber all over it, but it saved it a good amount. I'm pretty stoked about that. So yeah, I'm really pleased with my experience yesterday. It was so much fun, and I learned a lot, and I'm going to keep learning, and it's going to be fun, and I can't wait to go back, truly. So we're going to get going for today, and we're going to bring you guys along with us, and we're going to fix everything that broke, hopefully. first things first, we're going to take off the cold air intake. There we go. Air inlet temperature sensor. All right, there's that. I'm just gonna lay that gently right over there. Okay, so now we got plenty of access. So now I can really show you guys. All I gotta do is take off this bolt, this one right here, and then there's two going onto the transmission. I'll show you guys that here in a second. Oh yeah. All right, so that's the first piece that broke off, and you can see that it broke off pretty clean, but it does look like it was kind of maybe due to rust, possibly. I'm gonna get the other piece out real quick and take a look. The other piece, I'll try. Oh no! Well, oh well. It hit the ground. That's all that matters. The bolt that was holding it on hit the ground. So it's that nut right there, that bolt, and then that bolt right there, and you can see where it broke. You know, if you were to ask me, I'd say that this bracket is way overkill. Like it was on there insanely tight, and these bolts were actually 12s, so I had to go grab a 12 mil. You guys see that? Looks just like silicone to me. Feels like it too. So there's that. So I'm gonna take the actual bolts, and I'm just gonna put them back in their homes for now. That way I can't lose them. All right, that one's there. Now I just gotta jump down here and see if I can find the one that fell under the car. All right, the wind's picking up pretty good. I could not find that bolt, but I will find it later. I know it hit the ground. I heard it hit the ground. So I'll just go and pick it up here once I get done with everything. I don't know if it's gonna rain today or not, so I'm putting all my tools and stuff back here in the hatch. So there's that. So I am going to grab the bracket. I honestly can't believe how it snapped like that. That's crazy. So everything looks pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and get going because we got to grab some food, and I'm gonna run by Shane's real quick and get this welded up. I believe it is steel. Feels like steel. It's heavy like steel. So we're gonna go do that, and I will catch back up with you guys here in a moment. All right, so we're here at Shane's once again. You guys would have seen him the last time we messed around with anything that we had to weld. And I'm gonna let him take care of this one because I want it to be stronger than what I could get it to be. Don't move on me like that. Dude, that is absolutely perfect. Lay a bead. That's perfect. I'm gonna throw some paint on it and it's gonna be fine. Cool. Works for me, dude. That's perfect. Is it hot? Probably. If I dipped it in water, would it hurt the structural
Just
integrity?
Throw it in a puddle. Sure, they're good.
Is there not a bucket of water kicking around here somewhere? Is there not something full of water? Is that pond got water in it? Hell yeah. That water's damn near freezing. Thank you, Shane. You are the man. I can put it in my pocket now. Shit.
Well, like these things, like they're just handy as hell. Cause I mean,
no, dude, that's gonna be perfect. That is almost a perfect 90-degree angle. Perfect for me is good enough to work. Hey there, baby.
What's up, viewers?
It ain't hot no more.
I feel like this is crooked. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I don't know anything about it.
she said it's crooked, Shane.
I don't know anything about it.
All right, guys, we went and had some food with Shane, and we said our goodbyes. I've got the part that we welded up. I'm going to put it back in the car and get that situated. And the part for the new engine mount has arrived, so I'm going to go pick that up, but I got to get the old one off first. And I also got to get that light bulb out, so we're going to do that real quick before it gets too dark. So let's get started on that. Okay, so I think those are 17s. Well, maybe they're 15s. I can't ever remember what they are. It's not like I replace these. Well, I say I don't replace them, but I kind of do. And I gotta get the power steering reservoir out of the way. Luckily, Honda's pretty smart with that sort of stuff. I can get pretty good at easy access to this headlight right here while I'm here as well. Thank God for these elbow joints though. All right, the actual mount itself is free. I just got to take off a few other things here and there. This is an engine ground. Definitely don't want to lose it. All right, so got that out of the way. Let's see if this fits. Oh yeah, fits fine. There we go. I had to go get a little persuasion. Persuasion is always a key component. So now I just got to get that one down there off. Well, I pulled the entire engine to the side, so that's good. All right, I need it to back up just a little bit. I'm sorry it's getting hard to see, you guys. I don't have a whole lot of light. Yeah, I just got to get that one off. I'll tell you what would give us a good bit of light. There we go. That should help us a little bit. There we go. Okay, so maybe now it won't move again. We will see. But getting this thing off is not going to be fun. Just let me just go ahead and get that out of the way. That worked like a charm. Oh yeah, there we go, guys. I'm sorry that you guys can't see this extremely well, but I'm doing the best I can here. And I think I just got this whole stud to come loose, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the engine's dropping a little bit, so I'm gonna go grab the jack real quick and put the jack under the engine to keep it from falling any lower. I'm probably gonna need it anyway at some point in order to get the engine back oriented the way I need it to be. There we go. Now the engine is supported a little bit, so that should help me out a lot. Oh yeah, that bolt is pretty much loose now. Getting out this mount, while it's broken, should be pretty easy. Sometimes it can be a pain. So this is like the main part of the engine mount right here, and it actually bolts to the side of the block along with this stud. But yeah, let's check that out. This bad boy broke right off. So we're gonna get this warrantied out, I hope. Maybe we can spin it the right way to get it out. I wish it just lifted up and out, but that's not exactly the case. It's got this little ball on the bottom of it, and I'll show it to you guys whenever I get this thing to a position where I can actually pull it up and out. But see this part, you see that part right there? That's just a big fat part, and it slots in, and it's a pain to get out. There's a certain way you can turn it, and it really opens up a lot of avenues for you. Kind of like the way I have it now. I mean, it's really close. There it is. Well, it's loose. But you see what I'm saying? Like it's too big to fit through it. Why couldn't I get a mount with like less childbearing hips? Good Lord. All right, I'm going Gordon Freeman on it. Okay, I got it out. It took a lot of pain and suffering, but I got it out. So I'm going to leave everything just the way it is, and I got to get this bulb out, but that's not going to take but just a second. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start the truck because I probably have killed the battery just a little bit by letting it sit here. Right there. There we go. She's good to roll. All right, so I'm just going to leave the RSX just like this. I'm going to put a couple things back so that way I can kind of sort of shut the hood. I'm going to get everything resituated so that way if it does rain while I'm gone, none of it gets hurt. And I think everything's good here, so I'm just going to close this just a little bit. Oh, there's a wrench. I'm just going to put it over here along with everything else. All right, just going to leave that just like that. Put that in the driver's seat. All right, we are off to the store. Well, I got all the parts I need. I got a brand new headlight. I got a brand new engine mount. And I tell you what, the boys at O'Reilly's really did right by me. I tell you what, I know I used to work there, actually here, literally here, but it's really cool. Most of them guys are super awesome guys. They really help me out when I need help, and I really do appreciate that. I got all this stuff I get to put back in the car as soon as I get home, so we will pick everything back up as soon as we get there. All right, I made it back to the house, y'all. Let's see. Looks like it may have rained a little bit while I was gone, so I'm glad I shut everything up. So I'm going to throw this bulb in real quick. If you guys can even see it, I'm going to throw that bulb in real quick. I'm going to go throw this new mount in, and we should be good to go for a little bit of a test ride. We'll see. Got that headlight in there, good and installed. I got to put the rubber boot back on, and then we will be good to hook her back up. There we go. All right, so I got that bulb back in there. So now I get to tackle the tough part. It'd be so nice if I could just, it would be so nice if this part right here wasn't thicker than that, because you could just drop it in there just like that. If I could just kind of, you know, make that happen. Well, I'll be. I made it happen. Oh man, I hope I got that on camera. That's crazy. Oh, like you guys don't know how crazy that is. Like, it's crazy because I've been doing it the hard way this whole time. I mean, I doubt that is the correct way to do it, but at the same time, like, dang, that was just way easier. Like you guys don't even know, like, that was so much easier than the way that I've normally been doing it. So that's cool. All right, so we just got a couple more things to do, guys, and then we can go take it for a test drive. I'm so stoked about that. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything bolted back in, and then we will be good to go. Man, that's awesome. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and torque all these down now that I've got them all started, so that way that'll be done and out of my way. All right, those are good to go. So now I can swap to the big guy here, and I can go ahead and I can put that other piece back on. So that's this piece right here. There we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this nut started. Now, where's that other bolt? There it is right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it started too, since all this stuff is still loose. Why are you not starting? Okay, so since I've got everything kind of on there, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the engine back down to its normal level. Yay for low profile jacks. So everything pretty much fell into place when I did that, so that's pretty sweet. I tell you what, it was way easier putting this one on than it was taking the last one off. I mean, let me tell you, the German torque spec, good and tight. That one's good and tight. So now all I got to do is torque down this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and put that ground strap on since we're here. I don't want to forget about that. And remember, I've still got to put on the bracket for the clutch cable, so I'm going to do that real quick too, since I've still got the intake out of the way. But I've also got to find that other bolt that fell out earlier today. Okay, that's pretty tight. So now I'm just going to replace the power steering reservoir. I'm going to check it real fast since we're here. Looks pretty good. So torque. Yeah, that's it. So now I'm going to put on that bracket that we fixed up today. 10 and 12, there we go, right there. Working on this second one now, and then I just gotta move the car and find that other bolt. All right, that first one's good to go. I just gotta reach down here and get this second one. All right, don't want to go too hard on that. It is aluminum, I'm pretty sure. We are officially done. So I am going to put the intake back on real quick. All right, the intake's on there. So now we can start the car and move it, and I can find that other bolt, and we can finally put all of this to bed. I know you guys just love this immaculate lighting right now. So I'm gonna back the truck up a little bit so I can move the car forward. I've got so many pockets. or so many sockets in my pockets. We might actually just be able to drop the e-brake and just roll forward. Come on. Both headlights are working, that's nice. All right, let's see if we can find that bolt. I hope I rolled forward enough. I feel like I did. There it is. I knew I would find it if I just looked hard enough. Oh yeah, that worked out great. Shane, dude, once you watch this video, you did fantastic, my friend. Done deal. That's it. Everything's finished. I'm just gonna do a visual inspection of everything. Everything looks good. So we replaced this whole engine mount right here. Everything's good to go there. We replaced that transmission mount and we fixed that mount back there. And I think that's it. I think that's all. We washed the car, we raced it, we broke it, but everything ended up working out pretty good. So now I'm gonna put all my stuff away and I'm gonna take it for a test drive and we're gonna see how she feels. So I'll catch up with you guys after I'm done cleaning up all this mess. Check engine lights on. I wonder what that jazz is about. Oh no.
Seatbelt safety.
I know. Let's see what that check engine light says. This is the first time a check engine light has been on in this car ever since K-Pro was put in. So, air intake temperature circuit. I know what that means. I forgot to plug in the air inlet temperature sensor. That is like the best thing that that code could be.
It doesn't cost money.
Luckily, a lot of the stuff that I've been doing lately hasn't cost any money.
That's true. We even got money back.
Yep, sure did.
I just want to take a minute and say thank goodness for Brandon, because he changes the oil in our vehicles and he keeps them looking pretty good, and I love him.
Okay, let's clear that code.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, refresh, clear. Check engine light went off.
Woohoo!
This is the coolest shit.
Woohoo!
Oh, it's so cool. I love it. So is it rolling smoother to you? I mean, the wheels are still really loud. Well, the tires are really loud. That's my biggest gripe, is how loud the daggum tires are. The steering wheel is not shaking nearly as much. Like, it's not bad at all. I'm pretty pleased with that. It only really starts to do that wheel shake thing, or well, the steering wheel shake thing around 80. I felt it.
Don't go 80.
Stop breathing. It does feel a lot better. I will say that. It feels way better. So I'll do an update to this video, but this video's gone on for all day. So we fixed everything that broke, and I'm super happy about that. We got both of the engine mounts fixed, the transmission mount and the main engine mount, and then we also fixed the clutch bracket, the clutch cable bracket, so that way, you know, it's not just in there flopping around. So everything is tight, everything looks good, everything feels a lot better. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for this episode, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe if you have not already. And remember to share this video with your dog. It brings warmth to my heart. And I will catch all of you in the next video. Take care.